Hey, where's everybody? I know it's been a while since I've been on here, over a week, so I'll wait for a few more minutes. But anyway, hey, two people in the room. Who's on here? Come on in the room. I'm not gonna be long, and I mean it this time. So it's down to the wire, y'all. I just voted today. I voted today. I was in and out. I went to my around the corner with the elementary school. And when I got there, I was 131 person who voted. So that means when I got there it was about four. What time I got there? Let me see. I want to say I got there about 4:30 or so. So basically, um, of course, polls open at 7 a.m. and it closed at 7. So a lot of people voted in Georgia. I could tell you that. They said it was over almost about 2 million people voted early, and then people mailed in their ballots. So the last time I checked, Warnoff and Ossoff are leading by 50 something percent. It's like a 10% difference. And hey, your pleasure. So let me go and check. Let me tell y'all the update. Well, 39% of the votes are in, 55% to 44%, Warnoff and Osnoff. So they still got a long ways to go, but let me tell you, they're going to count every vote. They're not going to do anything early. They're not going to do anything. Even if they counted, say, 95% of the votes, and they still have the remaining votes, trust me, they counting every single ballot because let me tell you, that Trump's been acting like a fool, you know? And boy, and then tomorrow they talking about they want to hold up the certification in Congress. That doesn't mean just because you held it up. That's just, oh, let's go and review. They just want to hold it up for an hour, 2 hours, just to come up just to say they don't agree. So we all know that that doesn't mean anything. And let me tell you, let those Republicans show their ass. Let me tell you that. Let them show their ass tomorrow because those 10 Republicans who wants to come forward and refuse to certify, they're going to show their ass. And let me tell you, it's going to be some dire consequences if they do that. Because let me tell you, either one or two things that they doing this. They either doing it because number one, they trying to grab onto Trump's constituents for 2024, and they figured them doing that is going to give them some kind of leeway 3 years from now, and thinking that they trying to become one of the top contenders for the Republican Party, and figured that let me put my foot in the race so I could get the Republic, so I could get Trump's constituents to vote for me when I run for president 3 years from now, which is an idiot. There must be a damn fool. You're gonna try to jump on the bandwagon by claiming voter fraud and all that kind. This is stupid. Georgia counted that ballot 3 times. 3 times. Spent millions and millions of dollars. And then you know what happened Monday, calling the Secretary of State Trump. Can you find me what did he say? Find me 1,000 something, whatever the dumb number was. Find me um he was so specific with that number. And they said no, and he kept his cool. He was like, nope, mm-mm. There's no evidence of voter fraud. So he trying to act like a mobster, threatening people. So now let me tell you, I can assure you, they waiting for the 20th of January. The clock strikes midnight, and his ass is gone, and they gonna see if they could possibly press some charges because you must have done something illegal. What he done. You know, you still trying to bark that bark about voter fraud, and then you so specific. Oh, you need to go and check out Fulton County. No, you're trying to say black folks didn't vote, and then you're trying to in a indirect way, you trying to um legitimize the voting and trying to say majority of black people because he was real Pacific in Atlanta, Fulton County, which is majority black, and to be honest, most suburbs in Atlanta is minority black, Asian, Mexican. They live out in the suburbs. So the state of Georgia turning blue is not a surprise. Now it was close for the presidential election. It was real close. But I could assure you, they knew foolishness when they heard it. When they voted and they went through and scorned all those ballots and all those sick, they made sure. And they did this 3 times. 3 times. And every time it came up, it seemed like it was more people. The numbers were higher and higher. I mean, uh, you know, it's just, I'm so glad 2020 is gone, but 2020 is not officially gone in in terms of political. Officially, when in a government aspect, 2020 is going to be finished officially with the political aspect of the United States is when Biden and Harris swears in and change their administration. January 20th is freedom to get rid of all the craziness. That's when I'm going to say 2021 is going to begin. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be a good 2021 financially because it's a lot of things that Biden and Harris and the new administration is going to have to fix. It ain't going to be perfect, y'all. But that's why this Georgia race is going to really turn for how this economy is going to go. That's how I know. Now, right now, it's still not, it's no way close to being over. But if we get those 2 Senate seats, and then Kamala Harris, Vice President Kamala Harris, is the tiebreaker, if it's, we could possibly get a whole lot of things done. Now, it ain't going to be perfect. It ain't going to be, the first year, he's not going to suddenly just turn the government around the first year. It's going to take a couple of years. But I can assure you, a lot of things can finally be changed. Change is coming. Now, I already got my little $600 stimulus check on Friday. And yeah, it would have been nice to get the $2,000. Now, Trump came up there talking about, ooh, we can get the $2,000. No, you ain't say nothing for months. Then here you come at the last minute talking about, hey, I should get $2,000. Where the hell were you at all that time? Playing golf and still talking about voter fraud and all focus on all things. For what? For some TV reality show? Because obviously you must be doing it for TV because that was so disgusting. When Trump finally said something right about the $2,000, now even though in my opinion it will create a super inflation and it's not really good for the US dollar in my opinion, but it's not even going to be giving out another stimulus is not going to fix the economy. I can tell you that. The only thing that's good about getting that, we probably going to get 2 more stimulus once the new administration come. Now they may pass another stimulus January, February, March. They were saying there was a new strand of coronavirus, and somehow or another, you're gonna have to curve this. It's not even about curving this, the flat lining the coronavirus. A new strand that is saying it was worse than the first one. I'm sorry, but in some cases, you're gonna get to a point where you're gonna have to put your foot down, and we're gonna have to possibly close some places and really shut down or something till you get this under order. I know people say I need my job. Oh, I can't. Why people got that? First of all, there's no jobs to go to, and if you do have a job, it's not paying a whole lot. I mean, I'm grateful for the job I have now, but at $14 an hour, trust me, I can't really pay all my bills making 14 an hour. That's why I try to do all these gigs, all these extra little gigs on the side. And then in a couple of weeks, I will be working with TurboTax for the tax season. So I'm grateful for that. So I'll be making $20 an hour, and I get to set my own schedule. So that's a good thing. So I will be extremely busy come January 20th. So in a few weeks, I'll be doing the training, and I will be doing and I will be paid for training, and it's self-paced. It may be some instructor-led training, but most of my hours will be in the evening time. Hey, Lady TH. So most of my hours will be during the evening time, and so I'll be working 70 hours and things. But the good thing is I won't be doing no labor intense like I was doing when I worked at Amazon, when I was working over 4 days a week from 6 o'clock till 5:30 in the morning, and then trying to go home, sleep for a couple of hours, get up to work at Wayfair. So, but the thing is, the difference between this is that I'll be working from home, leaving from one room to the next room. And so that's a good thing. But let me tell y'all, if y'all interested in working, I know some of y'all don't like numbers, y'all don't like doing um technical support or whatever, but um Working Solutions, Omni Interaction, is a lot of companies that are third party IBOs, you call them, that are hiring to work with doing taxes for TurboTax. Some of them is technical support. You're helping people install the software for TurboTax when they buy the TurboTax software. Some of it is helping people do tax returns, but there are different companies where you can work with TurboTax. And I will be working directly with TurboTax. So I'm not a independent contractor. I'll actually be a regular employee. I have my PTIN number, which is Preparer Tax Identification Number, which is required for me to do returns if I charge people and register with the IRS. Now, y'all know I have over 20 years experience, so, but I'll be working directly with TurboTax. And then it's a seasonal position, so from January to April, and then that'll be it. But there are a lot of companies, LiveOps, Working Solutions. It's a lot of companies, but let me tell you the difference between. Oh, it's going well. The difference between working for a third-party company is that those companies tend to pay way lower than what working with TurboTax directly would pay. So I was going to be working with Omni Interactions, but when I applied at TurboTax, and you had to take a test, video interviews, you had to answer a lot of questions, and you had like 2 minutes to answer it, and you had to know how to do research. And it's not just simple tax questions either. It was kind of intense. I was like, ooh, and it was like over an hour. So I was kind of, I was somewhat surprised when they called me in a couple of days later and said, "Oh, you passed, and we want to offer you the position." So I had to go through all these different things I had to do. So, but working for other companies is not as intense, but you're not going to get paid $20 an hour. You're going to probably get paid 12, 13, because those companies like Working Solutions and Interaction and all these companies, they take $5 to $6 of what you would have been paid. That's how they make their money. Those are called IBOs. So companies like when I was working at Concentrix last year, and Live Ops, and what was the other one? C-Tech, T-Tech, all that bullcrap companies. Those were IBOs. They basically they hire, a whole bunch of people, and they pay you like $12 an hour. And then in actuality, they getting paid. It's like a temp agency. They hire you to work for, like, say, Sprint, CVS Pharmacy, Apple, all those companies. They pay you like $12 an hour. And if they pay you 14, they think they're doing something. They're like, "Ooh, we give you 14. Hoo. And if they really pay you $15, they really, they think they're doing something. But in actuality, a lot of those jobs, if you work with them directly, Sprint, CVS, Apple, they pay about $17, $18 an hour, to be honest. They don't pay no $14 if you came directly. But see, a lot of these big companies are outsourcing the positions to these IBOs. So they paying the company that you work with, like CGS and Wipro and all that companies. See, they getting paid $4 to $5 of your salary. So for every hour that you working, they getting $5, $6, and making a killing. That's why there's some companies there like Live Ops. What's the other one? They want to, they say, "Oh, you can become your own IBO, but you paying for training. You got to pay hundreds of dollars to work with the company, take the certification test, and then, you got to pay to use the company's software and all. And then, then they don't even give you a computer. I mean, I know Apple gave a computer because, they're not going to put all that software on your personal computer. But a lot of times, you have to use your own equipment, your own laptop, your own computer to do some of them. And it depends on which client it is. But other than that, you know, that's how it is. But let me check and see what the election is going on. Hold on, y'all. I'll be back. 46. All right. It's 46% to 50. Wait a minute. 53. It still have a 7 to 8% difference. So Warnoff and Osnoff are still leading, and they say it's like 49% of the votes has been cast in. So that means they still got halfway through, and then people was talking about, "Oh, we're not gonna find nothing out until tomorrow." I'm like, they're gonna count all the votes that they counting. I don't know if they counting the mail-in votes first or they counting the ones that people voted today. But um, we'll see. We shall see what happens. That's all I know. Lucky Irish, why you keep changing your name? First you was something else, now you something else. So all right. Who else is in the room? I see 3 people, but 5 people on here. So where are the other 2? I know some of y'all be working and watching. So, but remember, I'm not staying on here all night. So I'm only gonna be on here for probably when it gets 9 o'clock on top of the hour. Then I will be finished. So I'm not gonna be on here long. And then I will be starting my tax series. It's not going to be live stream. I'm going to do recordings of videos on my other channel. So check out the other channel, TPS Tax Consulting, and then I'm going to give little tidbits and information. Look at my little peach. And look at the old Grubhub shirt. I was cleaning. When I got home, I cleaned the bathroom downstairs. Hey, Phyllis Brown. Greetings from Atlanta. I hope you voted today, Phyllis. I hope you did. Please say you voted today or early during the week. You know, everybody's watching Georgia. They watching like what they doing. Let me tell you, people are like hanging on just to see. Good. Hey, Avon. Look who decided to come on. So, yep. Let me see what the I know they didn't change that much from the time I flipped back on. So let me see. 53.2. 46. Okay, it says 53.2 plus 46 point something. So I think it's almost 50% of the votes casted in. So it's gonna be close. I can tell you that. Y'all, I haven't looked at anybody do the maps yet. You know how they do the maps and they go by county and see how much. So they haven't yet done that. But if these votes is determined from the other counties in the state of Georgia and it's still leading like that, oh yes, they're leading. But I wonder what counties they have counted, because if they didn't count Metro Atlanta yet, and they counted those other states, those other areas that's kind of like red, then it's gonna be real close. But we'll see what happens. I have a good feeling it's gonna be blue. It's gonna stay blue. You know, it's gonna stay blue. It's gonna be close, but let me tell you, a lot of people have moved to Georgia. Not just Atlanta. Atlanta ain't the only city that's black. You know, people think, oh, minority, whatever. But Columbus, Metro Atlanta, which includes all the other outskirts of the suburbs, Savannah, that area, Macon. I want to say maybe Augusta. A lot of things have changed in regards to the demographics in Georgia. You know, I've moved here in 1996 on Valentine's Day, and let me tell you, when people say, "Oh, the people from New York moved to Georgia," and people from all over the place have moved to Georgia, Atlanta, particularly. And I remember when I first moved here. Oh, you a native? You a Georgia peach, as they want to call people. And when I lived in Atlanta, when I first moved here, I lived like downtown, like Grant Park area. I had rented a room in a house in Grant Park. And then I moved to East Atlanta, which is nothing more than just the next neighborhood over. And that whole area was black. It was places that were majority people lived in town, but black. Now, of course, you know, gentrification came over the military. No, not really. That's not true. Lucky, that's not true. A lot of people military did not come to, were not that the demographics changed from Atlanta from military. The only major military was Marietta Air Force Base and maybe Augusta, but that wasn't the most people changed the demographics in Atlanta were not because of military. That's not true. That I will disagree on. A lot of people moved to Atlanta all this from 96 on, they were nothing to do with military. Most people who were in the military, they didn't even move to Atlanta. Most of them moved more in a smaller towns and stuff. But it wasn't Atlanta. I disagree on that one. That was not true. Most people who moved to Atlanta came from other cities, major cities, and but they were not. It wasn't military. Nope. I have family in the military, and most people, if they were in the military, they were from Georgia already. If they were military, most people in the South tend to serve more in the military than northern cities, but most people did not. A small percentage to Georgia, but not so much in Atlanta. Yeah, they moved more to smaller cities like Augusta and South Georgia, but they were not military personnel. They were not military personnel. Most military deployment in cities and stuff was from other states, Maryland probably, but not Virginia. But everybody moved to Atlanta. Let me tell you. See, at one point, everybody was like, "Oh, let me go to Charlotte." You know, everybody run up to Charlotte, but or Houston. You know, but now people who were living in California. See, you have to understand the reason people moved to Atlanta or the state of Georgia is either one in the 19 in 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000 was a lot of jobs were coming to Atlanta, and people who were already working, say at other companies in the north, and they were moving to a Georgia. But a lot of those companies didn't move to Georgia. They were coming to some South Carolina, like at Charleston, Goose Creek, where my mother lives. They have that BMW plant in Greenville. They have that Porsche dealership in the south of in South Carolina. So that's why you think that in the next few years, I'll probably be moving back to South Carolina. You know, one because I'm 52. You know, I have 8 more years, and when I get to that 60 and I'm about to retire, I don't plan on living here. I don't plan on staying in Georgia, in Atlanta. I'll pay this house down or pay this mortgage off probably less than 10 years based on my mortgage payments that I've been making, and either trying to flip this into an investment property and get some money from that. But other than that, I'm not really trying to retire here. You know, when I get my 60, 65, by that point, my mother would be what, 85? Let me see, 60. My mother would be like 85, Okay, I'm gonna check you out, Phyllis, so I could see your videos. But see, a lot of people moving from New York and Northeast and California, they trying to move in more smaller communities. But Atlanta's not one of them. Atlanta's not cheap to live in. Not like it was when I moved here in '96. I can tell you that. If people trying to, I tell people all the time. I say in a joking kind of way. They say, "Oh, don't come to Georgia. It's closed. We closed." Don't come to Atlanta. We closed because Atlanta is not really what it used to be. High crime. People getting killed. Um, if you're trying to, I hear people on the Facebook group. They be like, "I'm trying to find me affordable housing that's, 2 bedroom, 2 bath, 3 bedroom, 2 bath in Atlanta. I want to, and they trying to pay $900. They say, you know what you get for $900? It's slum. If you didn't buy no house, and when the last economic downturn like I did, you ain't gonna find no $900. $1,200 is raggedy if you move into an apartment. Sandy Springs is more getting more. They been got expenses. Sandy Springs, Smyrna. I moved from Smyrna when I bought my house, and I should have stayed in that area when I first lived there. But I was trying to, that's what I should have done. See, exactly. Everybody who lived in Atlanta, their grandmama lived in Atlanta. They lived all of East Atlanta, um, all downtown. Black folks used to live downtown and had all those houses. And now all those houses I seen when I moved in '96 is gone, flattened out. Olympics came. They moved all the black folks out of the city, out of the city of Atlanta, and moved them all out in the outskirts in the city. Mm-mm. Nope. Ain't nobody doing that, Romeo. Don't come on there bringing all that crazy. Stop talking stupid. Now you're talking stupid. And I hate to say that, be outright, but don't say stupid stuff like that. People killing. Don't say that. I'm not trying to bring no. Don't bring no crazy talk in my thing talking like that. Don't let me have to block you. Don't be stupid. Please don't, cause I'm very dead serious. You're not asking. You know that ain't happening. So why would you even say that, Romeo? Don't be dumb. Don't be special. Cause that sounds stupid as fuck. You know, TV way ain't nobody gone through all that extreme of doing all that. People in California, y'all need to be worried about some of the crazy stuff that's going on there. Don't bring that over here. Don't bring it over here, cause you know that ain't true. And ain't no cheap houses in the land. That's why every goddamn day, every damn fucking day, I'm getting phone calls about somebody want to buy my house. You selling? You selling? No, motherfucker, no. Stop fucking calling me. You know, some people I had to curse out every day. I'm getting a damn call. See. Let me tell you, I don't give two rats ass. I'm not selling my house over no, because see, I know people trying to do. Well, we buy your house. We buy your house. No, you ain't gonna buy my house. If I'm gonna do an investment, I'll do it myself. Thank you very much. That's shoot. Hey, Colas. Hey, Exonic Diamonds. Mm-mm. People know. See, everybody moving out of New York in the big cities, and even now I don't know if the real estate is being affected like Atlanta, but it depends where you live in across the country. See, like everybody trying to find a house, affordable housing, you know. Um, yes, well, some people move to Atlanta. The ones who got money, if they lived in the cities and stuff, they trying to move to Atlanta and trying to find something else. But Atlanta ain't the only place to move to. I can tell you that. Mm, I don't know. I don't think so. If you come in, put it this way: if you got money and you want to buy a home, now, not really. It's not the new Hollywood. I think that's hype. No, that's hype. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Atlanta, it may be in terms of people trying to buy a home, but you cannot find a house. Let me tell you, if I put my house on the market tomorrow, trust me, in the condition that it's in, somebody will snatch that up like that. Tyler Perry ain't the only goddamn person in Atlanta. He flew in today, wherever he was, to vote because he didn't get his absentee ballot. So I don't, Tyler Perry ain't the only, he got that big studio and stuff, but he ain't the only one. Trust me. It ain't that. It ain't. Mm-mm. I hate when people do that because you say, "Oh, Atlanta's hot." Coming here to do what? Half the people who come into Atlanta, they ain't got no place to stay. They living in these raggedy ass hotels, and I'm talking about the ones who ain't got no money. And because you can't, I'm gonna tell you now, and I'm not being negative, but if you thinking you could buy a house and say, "Ooh, let me look for a house," you know how many times I look on a Facebook group to buy, "Oh, buy a house," and then your credit is 620. Man, your body go on. Stop being stupid. You ain't gonna get no house at no credit score at 620. You're not gonna get no house And ain't no programs. I hate when people keep saying this. I was like, there are no housing programs to help people buy no house. Because if you ain't got deep pockets, most of these real estate investors are even from foreign countries. They don't even look at the house. They ain't even looking at nothing. They just buying it as is. Because when there's an economic downturn such as what we're going into, that's the best time. And people say, "Well, let me buy a house." Trust me, um, um, these hedge fund companies are buying up these real estate. They buying it up. They swapping it up. I'm not gonna sell. Oh, Colas, don't worry about that. I'm not selling my house. Oh no, if my mother even said she'll buy my house if I ever get in a financial situation, she said I could buy your house. And she said that 3 years. She said that 2, 3 years ago. 2, 3 years ago, she said that. So I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna buy. I'm not gonna sell this house. Nope. Thanks, Phyllis. I'm not gonna do that. Because let me tell you, that's how people got suckered back in New York, in Brooklyn, Harlem. They had these houses and stuff. And it looked like it was kind of sketchy. Let me tell you, because I was young, and and right around that last economic downturn, they went up there. We want to buy your house. We want to buy your house, and people was like, "Okay, we'll give you $100,000." And then they said, "Oh, that's a lot of money," or 80,000, or 60,000, or 50, or whatever it was. And then turn around, the damn places is worth 1.2 million, 2.1 million. Really, boy? If I was at legal age at the time, and I always knew that. I always knew that, 'Cause. But if I had money at the time, I would have bought me one of those brownstones in Harlem or Brooklyn. Man, I would have been a rich bitch today. I would have been rolling in the dough. See, that's what my mother did. They bought me. You had a house in the Bronx, and I remember when she bought that house in New York, where we lived in the Bronx. I was in '87 when I was in high school. And she bought that house. My mother. I told y'all this story when my mother bought that house in Goose Creek, and sold that house for whatever. Even though at the time I said, no, that house ain't worth no 600,000. It's worth more than that. She could sold that house way more, way more, and bought that other house in Goose Creek to be, because she was tired of living in New York, shoveling snow and stuff. Man, my mother made a killing. Made a killing, and that's how I always sat back and learned. And she said, "Oh, just make a extra payment, pay that mortgage off quick." And people asked her how she did it, and she paid extra on the mortgage early, paid off it. That's how I got my little financial acumen skills from experience. Let me go back and see. Oh hell no! I ain't live close to no airport, no mall. I live in Stone Mountain. That ain't nowhere near Colas. That ain't nowhere near no airport. That's East Point and College Park. I live in the East Side. East Side. Mm-mm. Ain't nothing wrong with the East Side and everything, but any place in Atlanta, I could tell you. Any place in Atlanta, I'm just gonna hold on to it. Regardless what the market goes to, whether it goes up, whether it goes down, whatever. You know. And when I bought my home, I got approved for like 150,000. I said, no, I'm not trying to. I ain't trying to use all the money. I paid this. This house is worth $117,000. This house appraised now at one. It said 189, 190 something. So, and then if I really put more money in the house and fix it up, like inside, don't. Dang, I keep forgetting to take that damn things that's on that corner outside. I keep trash already. I gotta wait till next Tuesday again. But anyway, Where is the hood? I can't answer that. Anyway, outside the suburbs is the hood, Colas. That's the hood. Anywhere in the suburbs, choose it, pick one. I can't answer the question about where's the hood. I don't even live in the hood, and I don't even want to think about it because it's not about the hood. See, people need to stop, marginalizing their own places where they live. A lot of places has the hood, but I can tell you the hood is what people are going back into buying up. Shoot, I saw that thing on YouTube about what was going on in dang Miami, little Miami, little Haiti, or little Haiti, whatever they called it. Man, that was nothing but the damn hood. And then now all of a sudden I heard how they people moving out, pushing them out of little Haiti and all these little ghetto neighborhoods. And I'm telling you, it ain't about no hood, you know. Living in the hood ain't that bad. I see a bunch of white folks walking up and down this street lately. When I be going outside, I was like, where are these white folks coming from? Now people say they ain't never left Stone Mountain, but I started seeing a whole lot of them walking up and down this sidewalk with some dogs. I was like, and I be looking, see people be thinking, Gary, you be nosy. No, I'm not. You better be observant. You better be observant. Shoo. I was like, nope, staying right where my ass, where I'm at. So when I get about 60, 65, whatever happens to the economy, you know, going to go my little retirement, move to South Carolina. My mother already told me, she said she went no riffraff. She said this house could be left to me and my sister. And I ain't going to rely on my sister to pay no taxes on nothing. So I'm going to probably be the one. And if she thinks she's going to move in there and think I'm going to be pushed out, I'm not paying all these taxes and everything up to upkeep, you know? So, but, I don't know. Like I said, my grandmother have a house. She still lives in the house. You know, see, black folks, I think, did better than this generation, and the next generation it ain't gonna be doing too good. But, you know, only thing I regret is like I said, I don't have any children, and I have nothing to pass this on to anyone else. So I guess I might have to just start thinking about setting up a trust. And when I get up to a certain age, I just probably enjoy all of my little money. But I'm doing some little investments. I'm not focused. All these little jobs that I've been doing. People say, "Girl, you got so many jobs. Why you got so many?" And I'm doing so much. But it gets to a point where I'm starting to transition to more in protecting my money, investment, especially this year, because you don't know what's going to happen. How is Ponce de Leon? What about Ponce de Leon? I can't answer. I'm not the expert of all places in Atlanta. I can't answer that. What about it? It's Ponce de Leon. It ain't no big deal. Ponce de Leon goes for miles, so I can't answer nothing like that. I don't watch too much what's going on. It's Ponce de Leon. It's Peachtree Street. It's Buckhead or whatever. It's going. It's going. That's all I know. I can't answer that. I cannot answer with everything going on. All I know, things change, things evolve. I just have to concentrate on what I'm doing for where I'm at. Anything else ain't no big deal. Not to sound snotty or whatever, but cause I don't know. I don't live there, so it don't affect me too much. Basically, I stay at home. Hey, Fiat, College Park. I can't answer nothing about these places. It is what it is. What? What are you saying? TB show everything in the paper clearly state the statement is getting what and who. What? What are you talking about? Romeo, I live in a state that whoever's the next person in recession in line with me will be the ones who getting it. But there ain't gonna be a whole much left anyway. Ain't gonna be a whole lot of people gonna be, my mother already talking about she gonna start, she try to, help my niece, well, her granddaughter, to go to college and pay for her to go to college and don't have to be in debt. She ain't going to college. So she said, okay, I'll keep my money. She said she's gonna start taking expensive trips. So, and spending the money, spending up her money. Not to say she's not gonna leave nothing, but I don't even know what my mother's worth, to be honest. I don't even know, but I'm quite sure. Um, She wants to take little. She says she want to buy. I told her I bought me a brand new. Well, it's used, but y'all know I bought that Nissan Rogue. I told her last week I bought me another vehicle, and then she said, "Well, interest rate on it, already." And then she said she want to buy her a brand new. She said my mother said she want to buy. What did she say she wanted to get? A Mercedes SUV or something. She said she was gonna get. So I was like, okay, well, you know, if my mother could have, she wanted to trade in that old truck that she had in the vehicles and get herself a Mercedes SUV or whatever. She enjoy, she deserves it. She deserves it. So, and I ever notice like older people that they get the most. It ain't about black or white either. They get the most when they retire. I noticed that about a lot of my family members that have been retired. They've been buying some real nice toys for themselves. Well, I retired now, and it just it ain't got a care in the world. Trust me, if this coronavirus didn't happen, my mother would have been calling me. All right, I'm going to Japan. I'm going to da da da. I'm going to Paris. I'm going to da, da, da. Just to call me and my sister, let her know she's going out the country and where she's going. But they deserve it. That's what I want to be in life. I want to be set myself up in 9-10 years where when I stop working, I'm going to be traveling. This coronavirus really put a stink on my travel because trust and believe Teresa would have been going somewhere. I'm going somewhere this year. But because my grandma doesn't have a paper, now my whole family. Well, I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, so I can't tell you. I can't help you on that one, Romeo. If people, whatever the state of California says, that's how it's gonna go. So here comes the braid. What are you talking about? Hey, Shelly Show. I don't know. I can't help you on that one. All I know, people be leaving bills and not leaving wills, and state of California, you gotta look on that. I don't know. I can't help you on that. All I know is Shelly Show, stop. That's not even true. We're not even talking about that. I'm not speaking on that one. All I know is this year in 2011, we got to get ourselves in order. That's all I know. Oh, you ain't got to give me no advice. Like I said, I don't have no dependents. All I know is that it goes in the state of Georgia. It's real simple. And trust me, it ain't like I got a whole bunch of stuff to worry about. All I know is that if you know, I need to update my beneficiary for my 401k. But other than that, man, ain't a whole lot. It is not a whole lot. Yeah, it's a 2-story home, single family 2-story home. I'm upstairs. It ain't that much money in the world. Trust me. By the time people pay um the taxes on the estate taxes and everything else, it ain't. See, people need to educate themselves. That's what's wrong with black folks, Mexican, and and minority people in general. Is that they don't have a sense of financial acumen when it comes to things until someone pass away and everybody want to act a fool. You know, I can assure you that when my aunt passed away and she didn't leave a will, and it was my cousins, and they didn't fight or nothing over the money. One went to Paris and spent most of the money. Another one did something, I don't know. But it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. It wasn't because people were fighting over it. It was because um, in South Carolina, my mother was the person, was the executor of the estate, and it just left a whole lot of mess because it goes to the probate court, and they have to hold it for so long and stuff. It's not pretty. Romeo, now you're talking dumb. You see, don't say stupid stuff. I'd rather be homeless than paying tax. Shut up. Be quiet. Don't say stupid stuff like that, because you speak things in existence, it's gonna happen. Now I'm gonna keep telling you. Stop talking crazy. People say, I rather be homeless than to pay tax. Shut up. Shut up, Romeo. Stop saying stupid stuff. Talk about you rather pay. Man, that don't even make no sense. People don't even pay their regular tax on a regular return. Don't say stuff like that. Because let me tell you, if you say stuff like that, it's gonna happen. And I was like, well, damn, what happened to Romeo? And then you be making a video on the street in California somewhere, being homeless. So don't say that. Don't you ever come on my channel and say something and prophesize something that you know you don't want to happen. Trust me. You know? People act, taxes, whatever portion of taxes you need to pay, that's what you gotta pay. But to say I'm gonna pay taxes, when you say stuff like that, that's you speak ill of your parents' legacy. People, I'm not a biblical person, so please don't quote me. And no trolls don't come on here talking stupid either, because I will curse you out. I'm still haven't yet delivered for myself of cursing out some trolls. So don't write me no fucking long book about no bullshit either. But parents, I don't know where it's in the Bible. I know it speaks of legacy and leaving an inheritance and things like that. Every generation, it's not to say that the next generation will do better than you, but at the same time, that's where when someone speaks about generational wealth and working, and I'm not trying to, you cannot be an Uber millionaire driving Uber and Lyft and think you're gonna be making some money. That ain't gonna happen. That ain't ever gonna happen. Ain't no such thing as anybody making six figures driving for Uber Lyft and being Uber millionaire. So let's get that out the way. Yeah, it's good to do if you do Uber and Lyft and food deliveries to make ends meet, fine. But at some point or another, y'all, we got to figure out what it is we're gonna do with the money we make. It's not what you do, it's how you manage your money. Whether you get paid a little, whether you get paid a lot, whether you get paid whatever. That little bit of money that one makes, well, however you make it, whether you're driving, food delivery, passive income is not doing food deliveries. I'm sorry. It never was and never will be. 4 years ago, it's almost 4 years ago since when I started doing Uber Eats and Grubhub and all these little food apps. Remember when Uber came out, they would say, oh, y'all partners. Oh, drive Uber to finance whatever your dream is. They always said that. Then all of a sudden the mechanics started changing. Okay. All you gotta do, now recently most people are doing it in order to survive because they don't have a job, they lost their job, So now some people are doing food deliveries just to put food on the table and to buy. But it went from doing Uber and Lyft and all those other apps was just a side hustle to support whatever it is that you want to do. It wasn't meant for no career. It wasn't meant for no, um, ooh, I'm gonna make me some money. And that's why all these dumb people on YouTube that was passing out these referral codes, making all these videos, talking about, oh, look at I'm doing making Uber, showing all their money on the thing screen and all that kind of crazy stuff. And then, making it sound like, oh, let me show you how to make 6 figures. Let me show you how to make 6 figures driving for Uber, making up all these little diagrams and all that kind of crazy stuff. People say gig is a job and don't want it. Yeah, Romeo, there's another thing I hate when people were saying. I want to do Uber and if inside because I don't want no boss. And I could, I want to make my own schedule. The algorithm don't even allow you to even make any money to the point where you could sustain yourself. That's why people struggling now. People struggling. Every time I turn around on CNN, I'm reading some story, and where the hell are all these damn people coming from on CNN and all these making videos? Yeah, I gotta do food delivery to make myself. But I ain't seen now one black person, no Mexican, and no, I can't say that now. I did see a Hispanic couple and Indian talking about Uber Eats or something. They weren't specifically about Uber Eats, but I was like, when all these people, you know, they displaying, yeah, they had to do gig work to make ends meet. And they're a family of 5. And they got to drive Uber to make some money. But I was like, okay, for the last 4 or 5 years, ain't no one, you didn't hear too much people talking about it. You know? Now all of a sudden, here they come. They featuring all these people. What about people who put in the grind and the work 3, 4 years, 5 years ago? They ain't featured them. But the feature was, oh, watch these people. They just want to make extra money. They just want to sit on the beach and just let me go ahead and play a little ukulele or guitar. I do Uber and I could just sit back, all happy and stuff. That bull crap. I was like, ain't this some bullshit commercials ever? Go back and play those 10 commercials. You see the people on the beach. Yeah, I could drive Uber and I could just make it extra while I still go ahead and do my dream. Where did that dream happen? Look what happened now. That's a whole different commercial, but you don't hear much about it. See how things change in 4 years? That's why I said you can't be uber rich. There ain't no such thing as uber rich. You ain't gonna be more money with uber rich. And I bought me some damn DoorDash stock last week. That dang stock ain't did shit. I'm still losing money. It ain't a lot because I didn't buy a lot. But let me look at this thing. Cash app. Shoot. That thing DoorDash stock, it hasn't gone up yet. I lost a few let me see where this thing stock is going. And I also bought me some Bitcoin too. So DoorDash. Now it ain't a lot, y'all. I'm just testing it out because that's when I watch video on skill that I'm going to use and apply for a job. Okay, Romeo. You need to start doing some videos. So, okay. I invested $15 in DoorDash and I lost $2.16. So now it's $12.84. But today it went up to $3.76. So it's whatever. I may have to buy it. I may have to sell this and buy me something else. So I'm gonna see what happens. I'm gonna buy me something different. Then I bought me some SPDR Gold Trust. That's basically a trust of different companies, and I bought gold without actually buying physical gold. Okay, I put $10 in. Woohoo! I gained 36 cents today. then I bought me an EFT Wait a minute, that's the EFT up here. Then I bought this stock called, NVIDIA, and $10.27. They went up 3 cents today. And then Bitcoin, well, $13.39. Woohoo! I bought $10 of Bitcoin and I got $13.39 now. But tomorrow I'm gonna purchase another $10. Now I know that's not a lot of money. That's not my strategy of wealth building. That's just little things that I'm doing. But the big thing is gonna be um, done more with a major firm. But I'm still debating back and forth between which one I want to deal with. But it'll work out. Hold on, y'all. All right, I'm back. Yeah, so I would do the Cash App. Cash App, you could buy Bitcoins and you could buy individual stocks. So I haven't decided. I'm just gonna put, that little extra money I do on the side gig jobs I was doing. I'm gonna use that money and buy me some stocks and some Bitcoin. And then my biggest investment, where I'm going to use my thrift plan, or what is the 401k for government, that's when I'm going to really do my big investment. Not in the stock market, but I'm looking into buying some gold and digital currency, but I'm still researching on that. But I'm not going to take all of my money in my 401k and do that. I'm going to take, a few thousands of dollars and set it. It's like a retirement protection plan. So that way, if the market takes a dip and there's a major crash happen, I could at least have some of my money saved by purchasing precious metals and gold. But I'm still going back and forth between these two companies that I want to deal with. So, but that's a whole new video altogether. Y'all just have to do your own research for yourself. I'm not a financial planner. I'm not I don't have no Series 7 license or nothing like that. So all my advice is just my opinion, and you do your own research on what you want to do. But all I know is, if you're young, you're in your 20s, 30s, you better start doing now. You got to do it now. And then 20 years, it will grow. And I've watched my investments grow. That's why I said, you know what, let me, so it's not what I like to be where I'm at this time, but I'm focusing more on trying to do investment growth. Not no schemes, not no crazy looking things or people, just put this money in this thing and this Jamaican, No, we're not doing that. I'm not doing that. Y'all can do that if y'all want. I ain't talking about anybody in particular, so please don't be offended and I know she ain't talking about me. No, I'm saying what Teresa's going to do and how she's going to look in terms of investing her money and whatever things y'all come up with. If that's what you believe and that's what you want to do, you do you, I do me. But all I know is this coming year, because I'm going to really say the year is going to begin once Trump get the hell on out, and then Biden Harris come in. So 2021 is really going to start January 20th. And you think about it, I know the Chinese have a Chinese New Year. It's not January 1st. It's like whatever. I can't remember what it is. So that's how I'm going to look at it. I'm not, when damn Trump get the hell on out with all that foolishness. And hopefully the market won't take such a big turn. Now, and I'm not going to say too much because I've been on here for an hour. I said I was going to leave 9 o'clock. It's already 9:27. If there's a second stimulus, we may get that $2,000 or $4,000 for married and each $500 for each child or whatever. All I know is we get that extra $2,000 or whatever amount of money you get. Don't be foolish and spend it on stupid stuff. People be buy me a $400 video game or all that crazy stuff. No, not doing that. I ain't wasting my money like that. I'm gonna take, first of all, if we get that $2,000, even though I don't think they should do that because it's gonna be hyperinflation, but half of it's gonna be saved for sure. The other half is I'm gonna buy me a brand new entry door. I had to buy me a whole new entry door. So that door was gone on its last curve. So I'm gonna buy me a brand new door. I ain't gonna spend all of it, but I'm gonna spend at least $900 of it and then buy me a brand new entry door. So that's improvement of my house, Shelly, ain't gonna be no $2,000 no month. No. We didn't even say it. We didn't even talk about a stimulus. I'm talking about if the Biden-Harris administration, if there's going to be another stimulus, it may possibly be talk about that too. They're going to have to talk about two. I don't know. It depends on these two elections. Let me check. See what's going on in the race. Hold on. I'll be back. Oh, hell no. Hell fucking no. Hell no. 60% of the votes are in Loeffler and whatever the fuck his name, Perdue, is leading. Yes, they're leading. Let me go back. %50.2% Loeffler. 49.8%. The red is leading. It says 60%, so that means they still got. It's really close, y'all. It's coming down to the wire. It's really, really, really close. I'm not gonna. You know what? All I know, whatever happens, they still have to, they still have to count the mail-in votes and the absentee votes. So they gonna count every single ballot down to the wire. It's really gonna be that close. That's you know what? I don't even know what to think what's gonna happen. I don't even know the only thing that will really get my temper boiled is that if those Republicans tomorrow, somehow or another, they put Trump back in there. If somehow, if they put Trump back in there over some objection and they don't validate those electoral college votes, and Trump still talking about we need to investigate. You know what? Man, it's fact. I'm out tomorrow morning before the stock market closes. I'm out for just change all my investments and put them into gold. I could tell you, it's gonna be a disaster. It's gonna be rough, but it'll be a major disaster. I'm gonna tell you, if Trump somehow pulls this bullshit off, ooh, it's gonna be ooh. Romeo, you talking about people going out in the streets? Oh, it's gonna be some hell to raise. It's gonna be some hell to raise. It's gonna be some hell to raise. I could tell. Oh, I tell you that it'll be some hell, hell, hell. I could deal with it, whatever happens in this election in Georgia. If it stays red, you know, it stays red. But if Trump gets back in there, oh, I if they actually talk about tomorrow, we're gonna object. Oh, it's gonna be some hell to raise. That's what I don't really want to happen, to be honest. Please let Harris. Please let this little preliminary thing, they bull crap they trying to do tomorrow. With we're gonna hold out. You know that they don't validate that, and they drag this on and try to say, okay, well maybe it was voter fraud. Let's go and check and see. If they so happen to, if it goes red, that doesn't necessarily mean that every person who's a Republican does not necessarily mean that they're gonna agree on things. But if that, as long to me, my whole thing is this: as long as that damn Trump get the hell on come January 20th, and they sworn in Biden and Harris, I'll be fine whatever happens on this Georgia runoff. I really would be. As long as Biden Harris gets in there and they sworn him out and Trump get to get the fuck on and all these little 10, 12, whatever people talk about they're going to object, let them say what they need to say. But you know what? And I'm going to make this final point and then I'm going to bed. Those people who stood up there tomorrow talking about I'm a hold back or whatever the hell they're going to, remember those names. Because you know what? 2 years from now, there's another election for the Congress and vote those damn stupid ass people out. That's all I got to say on that. Those ones who show their ass tomorrow, talking about I object. We need to and you want to talk for 2 hours and 3 hours and talking about they're gonna hold out and then they're gonna do what you can't reverse the electoral college votes. All you're doing is standing up there. It's gonna be on record tomorrow when they do the roll call. All those people who objected of the electoral college votes in their respective states, let them show their ass tomorrow. Let them show their fucking ass tomorrow because 2 years from now, 2 years from now, those same people are going to be reelected. Remember that. Start low, come out. What? I don't understand you saying start low, come out. Start low, come out. What do you mean? Let me go back and see. Maybe there's some changes in the numbers. So let me see. Hmm. All right, y'all. I'm back. So 75% of the votes been in is 50 points something Warnoff and 49 point something Loeffler. It don't make too much difference regarding the state. I mean, everything from the level from the local government to the Congress is important, but still, it's still going to affect the fact that the state gets the funding from the federal. That makes a difference. But at the same time, it ain't really too much changes on a state level depending on where you live. Depending on where you live, mayoral race, all that was close in Georgia too, between Kemp and what's her name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Stacey Abrams, and that was decided by a few thousand votes because people didn't come out to vote. But you know what though, to be honest with y'all, I really didn't think Stacey Abrams was a strong candidate anyway. I did vote for her, but at the same time, it wasn't like I was like very enthusiastic. Oh boy, let's vote for her. She's been in state legislation and in state of Georgia politics for a long time, and I didn't see her make too much of an improvement. I'm not gonna vote because she's a black woman, because that's what people do. Oh, she's black. Oh, give me a vote for her. No, she wasn't that strong of a candidate, to be honest. I was not that impressed when it came to that gubernatorial race. I really wasn't. And I didn't think she was that good of a candidate in the first place. So, I mean, she's good in grassroots in terms of, setting up the voting process and things like that, and working behind the scenes, and how she took I ain't gonna say grace, but graceful of losing that race and not being, oh no, someone cheated. She took it another level of organizing people to come out to vote in Georgia for the presidential race. And I would commend her for that. But in terms of saying she was the great leader to run for the governor of Georgia, no, nope. I can't agree on that one. Nope, can't agree on that one. That I'm not going to agree on. I would not think that she was that good of a choice, considering there were other people on that ballot at the time. But I wouldn't think she was that great of a contender, put it that way. Just like the other guy in Florida, they were trying to push him up, Gilliam, but look what he did. Now, I ain't saying what he did, but you caught in the hotel room with another gay man smoking cocaine or whatever the hell he did, and that was crazy in itself. You get caught in a room in a hotel with another gay escort, some Mexican or Cuban guy, and he vomit on himself, and that was an embarrassment. How you gonna talk about you tell your wife you going on a business trip and you end up in a hotel somewhere in Miami with some male prostitute gay guy doing what, and mm-mm. Now I ain't saying that's wrong, but at the same time, that speaks about your integrity too. Just like Stacey Abrams, when she was in the state senate and stuff, she had issues financially. Not saying she stole money or nothing, but she had issues financially and bankruptcy. It was a whole mess. I didn't even follow up too much about it, but I've always heard that even when she was in the state Congress, state legislation and had issues and stuff. So I'm like, if you can't handle your own financials, how the hell you think you're going to handle the whole financial thing with the state of Georgia as a governor? Nope. I'm not saying, I know people go into hardships and financial problems and things like that. But when you're an attorney, you was a state legislator, You paid very handsomely, and then you had all these other um incomes of speeching engagements and all this kind of stuff, and you can't manage your money. How the hell you think I'm gonna trust you to manage the state affairs? Nope. So I was not feeling her when she ran. I really wasn't, but I said, well, damn. She ran. She was the one of the choices in the Democratic side. And I said, okay, well, let me go ahead and stay blue. But it wasn't like a strong stay blue. I could tell you that. So let me see what's going on in the other race. Okay. All right. I went back to check. Red is winning. Ruthie, what you talking about? I'm about to go to jail. Let me hear this story before I go to bed. So what's going on now? Come on now, somebody tell me the story because I'm about to go in the next 5 minutes. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes. All right, y'all. Hopefully, y'all give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I would appreciate it. All right, and I'm gonna give you a chance to write your comment. Let me check the latest polls. All right, I'm back. I don't know this. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry this happening to you, Ruthie. All right. Well, when I wake up tomorrow, we will see. They probably either will be finished counting the votes tonight, but it looks like it's going down to the wire. They said it's going to go down to the wire anyway. So all I know, I did my part, and that's all I could do. And when we go into this new administration, it's like you have to do we're gonna have to do a lot of work to make sure we get strongholds of policy changing or whatever. I don't know. I don't even know. But anyway, y'all have a good night. Shelly, Shell, Ruthie, Romeo, Colas, Fiat, Phyllis Brown, Lucky Irish 89. You still didn't tell me why you changed your name, but anywho's. Your Pleasure, Lady TH, Avon. Y'all have a good one, and all the other people who's working in the background that's not saying nothing. Because I know I said the number of people I've shouted out to is no way close to 13, but anywho's, I appreciate it. So, y'all have a good one. I'll come on tomorrow night, see what's going on in the world. So, y'all have a good one. Talk to y'all later. Hey, David R. About to go. Came in too late.